In this video, we're going to be going over the top 100 preps every urban family should have. This is a comprehensive list that's organized based off of categories for the items that I think are most important to have as preps in your household. This isn't meant to be a shopping list that you buy all at once. It's a checklist that you could acquire over time. And these are all individual preps. I haven't included any kits, like a bug out bag, for example. To make things even easier, I've provided a PDF document. You can download it by clicking the link in the description box below. It's gonna have a list of all 100 items, so you could focus on watching the video and then get the specifics in the PDF that you could download. Some of these items are probably already in your home, others might be new to you, or things you've been meaning to pick up. Either way, every item on this list was chosen to help urban families stay safe, secure, and self-reliant in times of disruption. So let's get started. This is by far the longest and most comprehensive prepping video I've ever made. Use the chapter markers to skip around, take a break if your coffee runs out, or go full prepper mode and binge the whole thing in one sitting. Here we go. The first category of items is for water. Water is the most important prep to have. Without it, nothing else really matters. At number 1, we have stored drinking water. I prefer using 5-gallon water jugs, or you could also use stackable water bricks, which makes it easy to organize and access during emergencies. Aim for at least 1 gallon per person in your household per day for a minimum of 2 weeks. At number 2, the Big Berkey water filtration system. The Big Berkey is a high-capacity water filter that removes bacteria, viruses, and chemicals without electricity. It's probably the most popular water filtration system used by preppers today. It's perfect for both emergencies and everyday use. The next category of preps is for food. We're talking shelf-stable food that you could store in your pantry. Everyone should have a well-stocked pantry. All of the items here are shelf-stable, easy to prepare, and calorie-dense. For these food preps, I recommend storing them in Mylar bags with the oxygen removed in 5-gallon buckets. The more buckets you have, the better. Again, this is in addition to what you already have in your emergency food pantry. At number 3, we have rice. Rice is a long-lasting, calorie-dense food that stores extremely well in sealed 5-gallon buckets. It's affordable, versatile, and forms the base of many meals. The more buckets of rice you could store, the better. At number 4, we have legumes. Legumes, like lentils, beans, and peas, are packed with protein, fiber, and essential nutrients. When paired with rice, they become a powerful, shelf-stable meal option. At number 5, we have salt. You should at least have 1 5-gallon bucket filled with salt. Salt is essential for flavor, preserving food, and even basic health functions like electrolyte balance. At number 6, at least have 1 5-gallon bucket filled with sugar. Sugar boosts energy and morale during stressful situations and serves as a key ingredient in food prep and preservation. And at number 7, the last 5-gallon bucket item is oats. Oats are nutrient-rich, high in fiber, and cook quickly, making them ideal for emergency meals. Stored in bulk, they have a long shelf life and can be used in both sweet and savory dishes. Just add water or milk for a warm, filling meal. The next category of preps is for medical. A well-rounded medical setup is crucial when help may be hours or days away. At number 8, we have prescription medications, at least the 90-day supply. Keeping a 90-day backup supply of your essential medications could be life-saving in a disaster. Pharmacies may close or run out of stock during widespread emergencies. I highly recommend taking a look at Jace Medical for their Jace Daily program, where you could get a year's supply of your prescription medications. Next, at number 9 for medical preps, are painkillers. Pain relief is critical when dealing with injuries, illness, or even just stress headaches during a crisis. They're also useful for inflammation and fever control. Number 10, multivitamins. Multivitamins help fill nutritional gaps when your food options are limited or repetitive. In an emergency, maintaining health and immunity is crucial, especially if your diet lacks fresh produce. Number 11, antibiotics. Antibiotics could treat bacterial infections that could otherwise become life-threatening during emergencies. In a grid-down scenario or disaster, access to medical care is limited, so having emergency antibiotics could be life-saving. Again, I recommend going through Jace Medical. They offer antibiotics that you could get for emergency purposes. Again, for medical preps, we have a tourniquet. The more you have, the better. A tourniquet is used to stop severe bleeding from limbs, especially in trauma situations. It could save a life when help is far away or delayed. Number 13, an Israeli bandage. The more the better. The Israeli bandage is a versatile, all-in-one trauma dressing that applies pressure to stop bleeding. It's compact, sterile, and can be self-applied in emergencies. It's a must-have for any serious first aid or trauma kit. Number 14, bag balm. This one might not be in everyone's top 100 preps, but for me it is. It's a miracle ointment. Originally made for cow udders, Bag Balm soothes and protects dry, cracked skin. A little goes a long way and it stores well long term. And the last prep that I have in medical, although it's more of a camping item, is bug spray. Insect bites can lead to infections or transmit diseases. Bug spray helps protect you when sleeping outdoors or during cleanup after disasters. This is one of those items that when you don't have it, you wish that you did. Again, for this video, I'm not featuring full kits. Of course, you'd want to have a full first aid kit, but these are just individual items that I recommend the most. The more that you have for each of these, the better. The next category of items is for shelter. If you have to evacuate your home or you can't stay indoors anymore, shelter items protect against the elements and provide rest and recovery. At number 16, we have a family-sized tent. A sturdy tent can provide emergency shelter in evacuations or if your home becomes unsafe. Choose a weather-resistant model with enough room for your entire family. It offers privacy, protection, and a dry place to sleep. Number 17, cots. This is one of those items that I'm so glad that we have in our family. Cots elevate you off cold or wet ground, making sleep more comfortable and reducing exposure to pests. They also improve airflow in hot conditions. Number 18, sleeping bags. Every member of your household should have a sleeping bag. Sleeping bags help retain body heat and offer comfort during cold nights. Choose ones rated for the lowest expected temperatures in your region. 19, wool blankets. Wool stays warm even when wet and is naturally fire resistant. It's one of the most reliable materials for insulation and survival. Try to get ones that are 100% wool if you can. Number 20, tarps. Tarps are one of the most versatile tools in any prepper's kit. They can be used to build shelters, cover broken windows, collect rainwater, or create privacy. I recommend going with the ones that you could find at Harbor Freight. The next category of items is for fire safety and prevention. Fire is an emergency situation that we all have to deal with, and you want to be prepared not only to detect a fire, but also to extinguish one. Before going through the fire prevention items, you should at least have ways of starting fire. So at number 21, we have Bic lighters and matches. A reliable fire source is essential for lighting stoves, candles, or starting emergency heat sources. Bic lighters are dependable and long-lasting, while matches provide a useful backup. 22. Fire extinguishers. A fire extinguisher could save your home and your life. Keep at least one in the kitchen and another near high-risk areas like the garage. Choose multi-purpose, ABC-rated models for maximum versatility. 23. Smoke detectors. Smoke detectors provide early warning in case of a house fire, giving you precious time to evacuate. Every level of your home should have one, especially near sleeping areas. Regularly test and replace the batteries to keep them working. 24. Carbon monoxide detectors. Carbon monoxide is invisible and deadly, making a CO detector a non-negotiable prep. It alerts you before symptoms like headache or dizziness occur. Place one near sleeping areas and any gas-burning appliances. 25. Fire blankets. Fire blankets could smother small fires without the mess and complexity of a fire extinguisher. They're especially useful for kitchen fires or wrapping around someone whose clothes are on fire. They're compact and easy to store. At 26, we have a fire escape ladder. If you live in a multi-story home, a fire escape ladder could mean the difference between life and death. It allows for quick exit from second or third story windows during a fire. The next category of items is for comms. Communication is super important in an emergency situation when the grid is down. These tools keep you connected and informed. 27, a NOAA radio. A NOAA emergency radio gives you access to official weather alerts and disaster updates, even if the power or internet goes down. Many models include hand crank or solar charging options. Number 28, two-way radio walkie-talkies. Walkie-talkies can let your family or group stay connected without relying on cell networks. They're perfect for coordinating during a blackout, road trip, or outdoor emergency. They could also easily be used for neighborhood watch groups. 29, a ham radio. Ham radios allow for long-distance communication when traditional systems fail. They're used by amateur radio operators and emergency response teams worldwide. A license is required to transmit, but you can listen without one. This is the most common and popular comms item that preppers get. To go along with these comms preps, you're going to want to have, at number 30, AA batteries, preferably lithium or rechargeable. AA batteries power flashlights, radios, sensors, and countless other devices. Lithium versions last longer and perform better in extreme temperatures. You're going to want a lot of batteries in an emergency situation. 31, a USB power bank. A USB power bank keeps your critical devices like phones and radios charged when the power goes out. Choose one with high capacity and dual ports so you can charge multiple devices at once. I prefer the USB power banks made by Anker. The next category of items is for illumination. When the lights go out, you don't want to be left in the dark. The first illumination item at number 32 are headlamps. Headlamps provide hands-free lighting, perfect for navigating in the dark or working during a power outage. They're ideal for tasks like cooking, repairing, or first aid when you need both hands free. Every person in your household should have a headlamp. At 33, lanterns. Lanterns offer 360-degree illumination, making them ideal for lighting up entire rooms or tents during outages or disasters. They create a calm, safe environment for families sheltering in place. Again, I prefer having one for each member of your household. The last illumination item, at 34, solar-powered pathway lights. These outdoor lights could double as emergency indoor lighting when the power goes out. Just charge them during the day and bring them inside at night to light hallways or bathrooms. They're budget-friendly, reusable, and safer than candles. The next category of items is for hygiene and sanitation. Good hygiene is vital to prevent illness and to keep up morale in long-term emergencies. Number 35, toilet paper. Toilet paper is a comfort item and sanitation essential during extended emergencies. As we saw a few years back, it could become surprisingly scarce in disaster scenarios. I recommend trying to store at least 100 rolls of toilet paper in your household. Number 36, Zout soap. This one's really popular with preppers. Zout soap is versatile for cleaning clothes, dishes, and even your body. It lasts a long time and works well in low water situations. Because it's multi-purpose, it reduces the number of hygiene products you need to store. At 37, borax. Borax is a naturally cleaning booster that can disinfect, deodorize, and help with pest control. It enhances homemade laundry soap recipes and is shelf-stable for years. 38, feminine hygiene products. Access to feminine hygiene is crucial for comfort, health, and dignity during emergencies. Include a variety of options like pads, tampons, or cups, depending on preference. If you're a single guy living alone, you may not need this particular item, although it still might be nice to have for bartering purposes. 39, hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer helps stop the spread of germs when clean water isn't available. It's perfect for quick disinfection in public places or field situations. Choose formulas with at least 60% alcohol for best results. At 40, a box of contractor plastic bags. Heavy-duty contractor bags have dozens of uses, from emergency toilets and rain ponchos to debris removal. Their thickness makes them much more reliable than standard garbage bags. You're going to want to keep these in every major preparedness kit you have. Number 41, an emergency toilet kit, like a lidded 5-gallon bucket with seat and bags. When plumbing fails during a disaster, an emergency toilet setup keeps sanitation manageable and safe. A 5-gallon bucket with a seat and liner bags prevents contamination and odor. It's a low-cost, high-value prep that maintains hygiene and morale. The next category of items is for cooking. Having cooking gear helps you safely prepare meals when utilities are unavailable. The first cooking item, at 42, is a cast iron skillet. A cast iron skillet is nearly indestructible and retains heat exceptionally well, making it ideal for cooking over fire, stove, or grill. With proper care, it'll last a lifetime. 43, a Dutch oven. Dutch ovens allow you to cook soups, stews, and casseroles using coals, a campfire, or propane burners. Their heavy-duty construction offers even heat distribution and can double as a bread oven in a pinch. This one's a super popular workhorse for off-grid cooking. 44, a kettle. Boiling water becomes critical when you lose access to clean drinking sources or need hot water for food or hygiene. A kettle makes this process efficient, especially over a camp stove or fire. It also helps with hot drinks for comfort and morale. 45, a manual can opener. Canned food is a prepping staple, and you're going to want to have a reliable can opener. A manual can opener works without electricity and lasts for years with minimal maintenance. It's one of the simplest, yet most overlooked essentials. Next, we have a pressure canner. A pressure canner allows you to preserve meats, soups, vegetables, and complete meals for long-term shelf stability without refrigeration. This makes it one of the most practical tools for food security at home. I recommend starting off with the affordable and reliable Presto pressure canner, but if you could afford the upgrade, the All-American pressure canner is built like a tank and doesn't require a gasket seal. 47, a camp stove. When your kitchen is out of commission, a compact camp stove provides a safe, portable way to cook meals. I like the ones made by Coleman. It's one of the best ways to cook food during a power outage. You could also use it for camping purposes.
The next category of items is for clothing. Clothing preps help keep you protected, warm, and comfortable in changing weather conditions.
All of the items in this section are intended for everyone in your household to have. At 48, the first clothing item are work gloves. In an emergency, you may need to clean debris, fix structures, or haul supplies. Work gloves protect your hands while doing it. 49, wool socks. Wool socks insulate even when wet, making them ideal for cold weather situations or long walks. They reduce the risk of blisters and foot issues during extended use. I recommend every member of your household to have at least 3 pair of wool socks. At 50, we have a winter jacket. Extreme cold could be life-threatening, especially during power outages. A high-quality winter jacket helps maintain core body temperature without relying on heat sources. Next, at 51, a rain jacket or poncho. Staying dry during storms or wet conditions is key to preventing hypothermia and staying comfortable. A waterproof jacket or poncho is lightweight, compact, and essential for mobility in the elements. 52. Boots. Everyone should have a solid pair of weatherproof boots to protect your feet from injury, moisture, and fatigue during emergency movement or outdoor tasks. In disaster zones or debris-filled environments, sneakers just won't cut it. 53. A warm cap. You lose a significant amount of heat through your head, so a warm cap is essential for cold weather survival.
Next, we'll be going over tools. Having a basic set of tools is essential for repair, recovery, and general maintenance during emergency situations.
We should all have tools in our tool bag or even in our EDC kits. However, these are a handful of core tools that every urban family should have. The first one, at number 54, a crowbar. A crowbar is a versatile tool for prying open doors, lifting debris, or even self-defense in dire situations. It's invaluable for search and rescue, especially after an earthquake or structural collapse. Every prepper should have at least one on hand. You could get these at an affordable price at Harbor Freight. Number 55, an axe or hatchet. Whether you're splitting wood, clearing falling branches, or constructing shelter, an axe or hatchet is a back-to-basics essential. It's compact, rugged, and multi-use in both rural and urban settings. Again, you could get these at Harbor Freight for a decent price. Number 56, a chainsaw. A chainsaw helps clear large debris, downed trees, or blocked roadways after storms or disasters. It's a game changer for cleanup and recovery. Number 57, a shovel. A durable shovel is great for digging trenches, clearing snow, or even creating fire pits or drainage ditches. It's also helpful for trenching or soil movement in flood-prone zones. You also may need one for sanitation purposes. You could go with folding or full-sized, but this is a mandatory tool for any household.
The next category of preps are personal preps that help keep you organized and safe in an emergency.
The first personal prep, at number 58, is a safe. A fireproof safe stores important documents, valuables, and even backup hard drives securely at home. In a house fire or burglary, it gives you a better shot at recovery. You could choose one that's both portable and discreet, or a large one that's not going anywhere. 59, $1,000 cash. In grid-down situations or during power outages, card payments may not work. Keeping $1,000 in small bills ensures you can buy gas, supplies, or food when digital transactions fail. Number 60, an emergency binder or grab-and-go file organizer. An emergency binder keeps critical documents like IDs, insurance papers, prescriptions, and medical info in one place. If you have to evacuate quickly, this is what you grab. It saves time, stress, and can be vital for rebuilding after a disaster.
The next category of items is for security and surveillance. Protecting your home and your family in an emergency situation means that you need to have both deterrence and methods of self-defense.
The first item for surveillance and security, at number 61, is a security camera system. A security camera system lets you monitor your property in real time and acts as a powerful deterrent against theft or trespassing. In an emergency, recorded footage could help identify intruders or suspicious activity. Choose systems with remote access and backup power where possible. 62, an alarm system for your doors and windows. An alarm system provides immediate notification of a break-in or forced entry, buying you time to react or call for help. Number 63, an armored door or door bar. A reinforced front door or door bar dramatically increases the time it takes for someone to force entry. In high crime or post-disaster scenarios, this added resistance can be life-saving. At the very least, replace the screws that hold in your front door with 3-inch screws, which are harder to kick in. 64. Motion lights. Motion-activated lights surprise would-be intruders and make it easier for you to see what's happening outside at night. They're inexpensive, easy to install, and great for driveways, backyards, or entry points. 65. Personal protection. Depending on your local laws and comfort level, a personal protection tool can give you peace of mind and the ability to defend yourself. Of course, this is a serious prep that requires training and responsibility.
Next, we'll go through some vehicle preps. Vehicle preps help keep you safe, mobile, and able to handle various roadside emergencies.
The first vehicle prep, at number 66, is a roadside visibility kit. So things like flares or reflective triangles, preferably both. If your car breaks down in the dark or on a busy road, a visibility kit makes sure that other drivers can see you. This prevents accidents and keeps you safer while waiting for help or making quick repairs. 67. Jumper cables. Dead batteries happen, and often at the worst times. Jumper cables let you revive your car or help someone else quickly without needing a tow. Every vehicle should have a quality set. 68. A flat tire kit. Whether it's a plug kit, inflator, or spare tire setup, being able to deal with the flat is essential for road safety. These flat tire kits can get you back on the road fast without calling a tow truck. 69. NATO gas cans with fuel stabilizer. These military-grade gas cans are rugged, leak-resistant, and ideal for safe fuel storage. I recommend storing enough gas to fill up your vehicle's gas tanks, in addition to at least 3 refills of your gas generator. At 70, we have a tow strap or recovery strap. If your vehicle or someone else's is stuck in mud, snow, or a ditch, a recovery strap allows you to pull it to safety. It's much more flexible than chains and safer to use.
The next category of preps is for earthquake preparedness.
These items are all still valuable to have, even if you don't live in an earthquake zone. The first earthquake prep, at number 71, is a gas valve wrench. After a major quake, gas leaks can lead to deadly explosions or fires. A gas valve wrench allows you to shut off the gas supply quickly and safely if you smell gas or suspect a leak. Keep it stored near your gas meter and know how to use it in advance. Next, a water shutoff tool. Burst pipes and broken water lines are common after earthquakes. A water shutoff tool helps you turn off your home's water supply fast to prevent flooding or contamination. At 73, a large push broom. Earthquakes could shatter glass and scatter debris, creating dangerous walkways. A sturdy push broom lets you clear broken materials safely and especially from large indoor spaces or garages.
The next category of preps is for power outage preparedness.
The first power outage prep, at number 74, is a gas generator. A gas power generator can keep your essentials running, like a fridge, medical devices, or lights, during an extended blackout. Choose a model with enough wattage for your needs and always operate it outdoors with proper ventilation. At 75, a solar power station. Unlike a gas generator, solar power stations are silent, indoor safe, and require no fuel. They're perfect for charging electronics or small appliances during an outage, especially for folks who live in apartments. At number 76, a long extension cord, around 100 feet. A long, outdoor-rated extension cord lets you safely run power from your generator into the home without keeping doors or windows open. Look for heavy-duty cords with weather resistance and surge protection. At 77, a power outage alarm. This plug-in alarm alerts you with a loud sound when power cuts out, which is great for freezers, fridges, or medical equipment.
The next category of preps is for flooding and tsunamis. Flooding is a very common emergency situations, especially in coastal regions. Here's a set of supplies that you should probably have on hand.
Not everyone has to worry about tsunamis, but flooding is common in most areas. The first item in this category, at number 78, life vests. If you live in a tsunami or flood-prone area, life vests can be life-saving during rapid water surges. Keep them in accessible locations for every family member, especially kids. Even shallow floodwaters could be deadly if you lose balance or get swept away. 79. Sandbags. Sandbags are a classic flood defense method for redirecting water away from doorways, garages, or low spots. You could get these empty in bulk online. Store them flat and fill as needed when a storm or flood warning is issued. At number 80, an emergency water alarm sensor. These small sensors sound an alert when they detect rising water in basements, bathrooms, or entry points. They're perfect for early detection of flooding from storms, plumbing failures, or nearby water sources.
The next category of preps is also for natural disasters. These ones are related to tornadoes, hurricanes, and volcanic eruptions.
Not everyone has to worry about tornadoes or hurricanes or volcanic eruptions, but in general, these items are mainly for sealing off your home, which is applicable to other emergency situations. At 81, plastic sheeting. Plastic sheeting helps seal windows, doorways, or broken roof areas during high wind events or ashfall. It could also be used to build containment rooms or makeshift shelters indoors. 82. Duct tape or gaffer tape, preferably multiple rolls. This is a prepper's best friend. Tape reinforces plastic sheeting, secures loose items, and helps seals drafts or ash intrusion. Keep several rolls for patching, sealing, and improvising in a crisis. At 83, plywood or polycarbonate storm panels, pre-cut. Pre-cut window covers protect your home from flying debris in hurricanes or eruptions. Store them labeled and ready for quick deployment during storm warnings. These could also be used during times of civil unrest.
The next category of preps is for wildfire evacuation.
These items are all multi-purpose, so they could still be used for other scenarios. The first wildfire evacuation item at number 84, rooftop sprinklers. Rooftop sprinkler systems could keep embers from igniting your roof or gutters during a wildfire. When timed or remotely activated, they could add a critical layer of fire suppression. Install them in high-risk areas for home defense when evacuation is delayed. You could buy these online, and if you had time during a wildfire evacuation, you could turn these on, evacuate your home, and when you come back, your home may be the last one standing in the neighborhood. To go along with those, at number 85, long hoses. Long garden or fire hoses let you reach every corner of your property for pre-wetting or emergency suppression. Attached to a backup water supply if possible. These could be used with those rooftop sprinklers for watering your home garden or pre-wetting your lawn and house during fire scenarios. At number 86, an air quality monitor, preferably one that's PM 2.5 capable. Wildfires could turn clean air into a toxic cloud. PM 2.5 monitors detect invisible particles that harm your lungs. These let you know when to mask up, shelter inside, or run air purifiers. At number 87, a HEPA filter. High-efficiency particulate air, or HEPA filters, remove smoke, ash, and allergens from indoor air. Use them during fire season to create clean air zones in your home.
The next category of preps are winter preps. Cold weather emergencies can be deadly. These preps will help keep you safe and warm.
The first winter prep item at number 88, a Mr. Heater portable buddy heater. This one's extremely popular with preppers. This propane heater is safe for indoor use, you still want to use ventilation, and could keep a room warm during a winter blackout. This could also be used in your tent when camping outdoors. At 89, a snow shovel. A solid snow shovel helps clear walkways, driveways, and paths to emergency supplies or vehicles. I recommend choosing an ergonomic handle and a durable blade for heavy snowfall. At number 90, de-icer. De-icer melts ice on steps, sidewalks, and driveways to prevent slips and falls. Storing in a lidded 5-gallon bucket keeps it dry and easy to scoop.
The next category of preps is for CBRN. CBRN gear is highly specialized but can be life-saving in extreme situations involving gas, toxins, or fallout.
The first CBRN prep at number 91 are gas masks. A reliable gas mask protects your lungs and face from toxic smoke, chemical agents, and airborne threats. It's a critical line of defense in CBRN events and could also be used during wildfires or industrial accidents. Make sure it fits well and is properly sealed before use. I recommend everyone in your household having a gas mask, and I prefer the ones made by Mira Safety. To go along with the gas mask, at number 92, I have CBRN and particle filters. Filters are the heart of a gas mask. Without them, the mask is useless. Keep a stockpile of CBRN rated and particulate filters for different scenarios, including pandemics or fallout. Always store them sealed and note expiration dates. Again, I recommend the ones made by Mira Safety, which are tested to work with their masks. At number 93, a hazmat suit. A hazmat suit is essential if you're preparing for CBRN threats. Your options range from the inexpensive Tyvek suits to more protective hazmat suits, all the way up to the premium Mira Safety MOP 1 CBRN protective suit. Choose the level that fits your budget and your actual risk. Tyvek is affordable, but not as capable. Hazmat suits offer stronger CBRN protection, and the MOP1 provides the highest civilian coverage available. To go along with those, at number 94, chemical boots. These boots resist hazardous liquids and protect your feet during chemical exposure or decontamination. The next CBRN item, at number 95, chemical gloves. These gloves are resistant to chemical penetration and protect your hands from hazardous contact. In a contamination zone, every exposed inch counts. At number 96, chemical tape. Chemical-resistant tape is used to seal joints and seams in your MOP suit, gloves, and boots. It prevents vapors or liquids from entering weak points. Choose bright colors for easy visibility and inspection. And the last CBRN item, at number 97, are potassium iodine pills. These pills help block radioactive iodine from being absorbed by the thyroid in a nuclear emergency. They don't protect against all radiation, but could significantly reduce cancer risk. Of course, only take them when instructed by health officials. Those are all of the CBRN items that I recommend. And ideally, every member of your family should have CBRN gear. As you probably noticed, these are the more extreme items in this top 100 list, but I feel that they are important because we are living in crazy times.
The next category of items is for heat waves. During extreme heat, keeping your place cool could help prevent heat strokes and save lives.
The first item for heat wave preparedness, at number 98, is a portable air conditioner. In extreme heat, a portable AC unit could prevent heat stroke and keep your family comfortable and safe. I like the portable air conditioners because you could use these when making smaller isolation rooms. At number 99, double reflective insulation radiant barrier. This is an excellent heat wave prep for covering sun-facing windows and deflecting radiant heat before it enters your home. It could lower indoor temperatures by as much as 20 degrees Fahrenheit while adding an extra layer of insulation to keep rooms noticeably cooler. This is available in rolls of smaller size, medium, and large.
And the last category is for pest preps. Rodents and pests aren't just a nuisance, they could threaten your food and your health.
There's a lot of different pests that I'm worried about, but if I had to pick one that I'd want to prepare for, it's rats. So at number 100, we have rat traps. In a disaster, sanitation declines, and pests like rats become a health hazard. Traps help prevent contamination of your food and living areas. I recommend having at least 10 rat traps because rats seem to come in bulk.
That wraps up this list featuring the top 100 preps every urban family should have. I hope they enjoyed watching it. I know that I went extremely fast, so again, I've provided a PDF document. You could download it by clicking the link in the description box below. It has a list of all the items that were covered in this video, in addition to links to those items if you want to pick one up for yourself. Remember, you don't need to get everything at once. Prepping is a journey, not a race. Just start where you are, use what you have, and build one step at a time. If there's something you think should have made the list or you'd rank certain items differently, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. I may do a future version of this list that has been curated based off of your viewer feedback. Thanks again for watching this video. Stay tuned for more urban emergency preparedness videos, and I'll see you next time. Take care.